All right, hey everybody out there in World Wide Web land. Welcome to the first podcast of what we hope will be a
train wreck.
Well, it'll probably be a train wreck, but we're hoping it'll be will be the first podcast of many where we sit and look at a series of horror
Where
movies.
we sit, as opposed to standing and looking at them.
Yeah. Actually, what it'll probably be is it's probably the first and last podcast we run when we get tired of messing with the editing software we have here in front of us.
This archaic machine.
So anyway, just to introduce ourselves, my name is Vizio Couchman, and I'm sitting alongside
Scarface McPickle.
And we are going to look at the Jeepers Creepers franchise today. The first two movies in that. Apparently there is a third one on the way, but I feel like that's been on the way since 2007 or so.
It's probably better that it stays on the way as opposed to here.
Well, that'll be something we'll determine as we watch through the first two movies. Now, how this is going to work is when we watch the movies, we're going to provide basically a running commentary, sort of like when you listen to like a director's commentary on a DVD when you buy it, because I'm sure all of you listen to audio commentaries.
Especially on Jeepers Creepers, yeah.
Because you want to know what the third unit director had to say about a movie he did. Scarface, what's your familiarity with the Jeepers Creepers franchise?
I have never seen the first one. However, I saw the second one, I think at a drive-in movie theater when I assume right after it came out, and I remember absolutely nothing about it. So I'm going into this with a fresh set of eyes, as it were. So how familiar are you with these movies?
I've actually seen them both. I saw them both in theaters because I'm what they call the horror movie fan problem. I see anything and everything in movie theaters.
Oh, boy.
Even the bad stuff, so I'm why they keep making bad horror movies. I don't know. I like the theater-going experience. I remember seeing both of these. Might not have been opening weekend, but I do remember seeing both of them. I remember liking the first one at the time. The second one, I don't remember liking as much for reasons that we'll probably get into as we get to the film through that movie.
Okay.
Which will be ahead of us. I guess we should probably talk about the first one a little bit, just kind of give you some background on it.
You can, because again, I don't know anything about it. I did no homework for this. You know what my homework for this was? Going out and buying that cranberry and vodka right there. That was my homework for this project.
Since we're talking about what we're drinking, I've got a nice bottle of Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. They're not sponsoring this, but I wish they would. They could send me...
Oh, that'd be awesome.
They could send me bottles of stuff, and I'm drinking that with some Turkey Hill Diet Green Tea.
Jeez, man. See, I didn't want to go into names and stuff.
Well, I drop names. I'm a name
dropper. All right. Well, I'm still not going to drop my names. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, we actually forgot to kind of preface it, but we know that there are blogs and such out there that talk about horror movies and all that, but our catch, I guess, our niche, is that we're going to drink a lot as we go through this process. So hopefully our critique of these movies are going to get less and less coherent. I'm assuming as the movies also get less and less coherent from the little tidbits that I've heard and seen of these movies and from what I vaguely remember from the second one. So we're starting out now. We have a good baseline, I think, going now. At least I do.
I think so.
Because I put a lot of vodka in this cranberry vodka. So hopefully that gets better as we go along.
Yeah, I'm envisioning as the more we drink, our critique will start out on technical things, maybe some like production values, and will eventually devolve into, hey, why's that guy wearing that shirt?
Well, no, actually the way I envisioned it was I was going to start with this stuff like that guy's wearing a pink shirt, haha, he must be gay or something, and then devolve into, well, it wouldn't really devolve into anything. It would just pretty much stay at that line. I wasn't going to go into the technical stuff.
I think we'll just be making lists at that time of people that are gay.
people who would most likely wear pink shirts.
Which is why this would be the first and last podcast, because we do not have the money to fight these legal battles we would be incurring.
Well, hey, as long as you don't start dropping names, we should be fine.
I'll drop names.
Of course.
I've got names. We'll name them. Before we get too far into this, I think we should say that the idea we got for this came from the guys that run the Splattercast with DeadLantern.com. They did this with the Saw franchise, and we felt it was a great idea. And there's a lot more horror movies out there that deserve this kind of treatment. And I've seen most of them in theaters, as I said. So.
and I have not seen most of them. However, I'm looking forward to seeing them while drunk.
Okay, so let's talk. I'll talk a little bit about this because Scarface didn't do his. Why do I gotta call you Scarface?
Because that's my name, man. We agreed
no,
on
I
this
know,
to
but
not
it just
use
sounds
real
funny
names.
because I'm calling you the character from a movie.
No. This is not that Scar. This is not. Hey, I'm gonna drop a name here. This is not Al Pacino's Scarface.
So there's
buddy.
a space between Scar and Face.
Yes.
So you're Scar...
Yeah, it's like Scar dash Face.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Jeepers Creepers movie, the first one came out in 2001. It was put out by director Victor Salva. It stars Gina Phillips, who I think was one of those actresses that was kind of pegged for superstardom at one point, which like a lot of actresses are, and then they fall apart, or Hollywood gives up on them. And Justin Long, who you'd probably know now from
wasn't
movies
it the
like,
guy who got nabbed for smoking? Wasn't he the Mac guy or something? And then
yes,
he was caught with a bunch of weed and lost his job. Was that him?
That was the Dell guy.
That was the devil.
So, wrong computer
See?
company. No, Justin Long is a guy you recognize from like Dodgeball. I think dates Drew Barrymore at this point still, which I'm sure is fun.
Still,
I don't know. Like I don't
God
follow.
bless his poor heart.
I don't follow my TMZ. I would like to date Drew Barrymore.
Oh, guess who's not doing his homework now?
Hey, at least I knew a movie he was from.
Hey, I knew that he
And
was.
really, you wouldn't
I
wanna
knew
date
that he
Drew
was
Barrymore?
on a computer commercial thing of some sort, and then there was weed involved.
That's not even the right guy.
Oh, it's not him.
No.
Oh wow,
It was a Dell guy.
I'm gonna drink. How about? Here's the game we're gonna play right now. I'm gonna let you.
Before you do that,
finish introducing this, and then I'm
before
gonna
you
drink
get
in
to
the
that,
meantime.
let's understand something. You wouldn't date Drew Barrymore?
Oh hell yeah! Well, no.
She got a cute little list.
Hold on, I would not date Drew Barrymore.
Oh, you just want to do vile things with Drew Barrymore.
I would poke holes in her.
That's
with-
wrong. She
with
was the cute girl in
things.
E.T. I don't want to hear it.
She was.
Stop.
Was she?
Yeah, she was the
Okay.
8-year-old. Okay.
She
So
was
anyway,
the
Victor.
8-year-old. So wait, which okay, never mind.
Stop. So Victor Salva is the director of this film, and Victor Salva has a checkered past, to say the least. I believe it was the 1988 film Clown House, where he got in trouble for sexually molesting, allegedly, the stars of the film. I think it's allegedly. I don't think it was ever... It might have been... went to a court and got convicted of it. One of the young stars of that film, and then he kind of went away for a while, came back, directed the movie Powder in the mid-90s.
Oh, I remember that.
I remember it being awful.
Yeah, it was pretty terrible.
And I remember at the time Powder came out, the young boy from Clown House kind of came out about that. And then he...
About how bad Powder was?
No, he came out about the molestation.
Oh, okay.
You could argue Salva molested the viewers of Powder, but I digress. So he came out with Jeepers Creepers, and he wrote that. Ran into some trouble. I think there were some filming issues. Some people didn't want him filming in that area because of his past. So that's what we have, and I think it was his attempt to create a monster movie. You know, it was his attempt to go back to the monster movies of the early... Of the 1900s, so, you know, the Universal monsters. He was trying to create an iconic character
early
here.
1900s.
1920s, 30s, whatever.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, like I said, this is going to be sort of like an audio commentary that you can listen to while you watch the film. It's just two of us making idiotic observations.
With
But,
lots of alcohol.
but you know, we have some expertise in
pickles.
movie filming. So
Expertise.
sort of.
We have experience. We don't have expertise. There's a big difference.
Well, you call it what you want. I'm going to call it what I want. They don't know that, but now you told them that. Thank you.
Yeah, like they're not going to be able to figure this out 5 minutes in.
So what we're going to do is we have it queued up. What we want you to do as the viewer, if you're going to watch along with us at the time, is you want Jeepers Creepers 1 in your DVD player. You want to run it to about 30 seconds. And that's where we're going to pick up. And that's where we're going to start, and it's going to run from there. So whenever we're ready, we're going to fire that up. All right, here we go. And you should be pressing play now. So you should be seeing the United Artists Films Presents logo. Just went away. If you see that, you're good. If not, pause a little bit. American Zoetrope? There's a lot of words that I don't know.
Zoetrope. Haha, I knew a word.
Yeah, pronounce
Okay,
that one.
yeah, that one I got.
Here's an
Median Bettenlingus.
There's a lot of syllables in that word.
Yeah, that's probably German. Jeepers. Creepers. Okay.
All right, so
Isn't
you
that
should
the
be,
movie we're watching?
I believe so.
Okay.
So you should be caught up now, and we see the field, and we're good as Jeepers Creepers comes out. If this were in 3D, that words would be right on top of us.
Yeah,
right
I'd be scared
this
already.
This is before we cared about 3D. And quite frankly, I still don't care now.
Yeah, neither do I. Oh, I guess I should probably turn this up. Not that I want to hear what's going on, but... Alright. I hope the rest of the movie goes much faster than this.
You don't like the establishing shot of the car coming towards us?
No,
with,
because I have a feeling that field is going to have absolutely nothing to do with this movie.
But there's a dangerous curve there, apparently.
Yeah, there definitely is that dangerous curve in the middle of nowhere.
There's an ominous tree leaning to the right.
Where's that one?
Right behind, well, you can't see it. Right off the fender of the car there.
Then that's the fence, man.
It was a tree.
That's the fence.
And there's Gina Phillips.
Oh, wow. Eyebrows McGee.
She does, but I think you could tell from the reaction that Scarface finds her attractive.
Well, yeah.
I did too until I found out she was a vegan. No, I don't care.
Oh.
Because that means she doesn't eat meat.
That's alright. I'd give her some she would change her ways for.
This is a young Justin Long. I want to say he was probably about 20 or 21 when he filmed this.
This is before the pot thing again?
That's the wrong guy. Still not the right guy.
Gay forever.
This is the weird. This is
speak.
the weirdest drive. Like, how would you play this driving game if, like, you were driving behind people that didn't have vanity license plates? You would
like
just
this, apparently.
You would just see random letters and numbers and be like, "Oh,
no,
F44."
Yeah, but you just it's like lead speak. Or actually, there was a game that is that Charles Bronson?
No, but he does not look like he's gay forever.
No, he does not look like he's been gay at all ever. Actually.
Well, you don't know that. Don't judge him.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Can't judge a book by its camo-colored cover.
Maybe she turned him straight. The lady that was in the car.
Yeah, no, probably not. He might have been straight before he met her and then went the other way.
Now he's just riding out the storm.
Yeah. So are they? What are
they're
this
brother
like
and
brother
sister.
and sister?
Yes,
Okay.
they're brother and sister heading home from college. In
It's
this
apparently warm outside.
old beat up vehicle. Yeah, it looks extremely hot. They're sweating intensely throughout this scene.
Not consistently, but intensely.
You can see it. You can see they're trying to hide, especially on Gina. You can see the close up they just had. They were really trying to hide it, but she is sweating. There's no stopping it.
Well, that's why she has like the sleeveless shirt on. They don't want her to get the pit stains.
I see a car approaching in the background. I
Yeah.
think that's an establishing shot because they're focusing on it.
Yeah, they are kind of. Even though it's behind the dude's head now.
But you can see it's quickly approaching to them.
Yeah. Is it a truck? of a
Yes.
sort?
Yeah, I want you to determine what kind of truck this is when this guy is driving.
That
Because
looks like an old bread truck or something.
I think I'm gonna ram him.
Oh my god. Really? So at least he honked. He was courteous enough to do that.
Hey, if you're a serial killer, you gotta at least let them know you're behind.
Oh, it's
them.
true. Yeah, otherwise it's no fun. I like that little thing dinging around on the front.
Yeah, it looks
grill.
like it looks like it might have had a snowplow on it at one point.
So is that blood or rust or what's on the back of that?
I believe rust.
I believe rust.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with blood.
Wasn't there? I think my favorite part right here is that he's yelling "Go around me," but he doesn't pull over to let the guy go around him.
I was just
at
gonna
any
say he
point.
could like put his four-ways on.
And there's the license
beating
plate.
you, okay.
And luckily they had a vanity license plate so we could keep
Yeah,
playing
so
the
we can
game.
play the game. All right, which I guarantee that everyone that watched this game or watched this movie when that passed was excited that it was a vanity plate. I
Right.
was personally. I was hoping the whole time. I was like, go around. just so I can see this plate.
Because I know that it's going to be a plot point coming up. It is convenient that that was a vanity plate. Because it looks like it said beating you.
That's pretty much what it said, but without, you know, a bunch of letters.
Now they go into this random story now about all of a sudden this truck incident leads her to remember this story about a couple kids from college that were killed
by a truck that was camo with covered in blood and
a truck
had a thing that said beating you in the back.
Yeah, and actually convincingly, or interestingly enough, her brother was the driver of the car that they couldn't get around.
Oh, wow, okay. Well then.
I think his name's Derry in it. I forget what her name is in this film.
Dairy?
Yeah, I think it's
like
Derry.
Like milk? Dairy? D-A-R-R-Y?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's Julie.
Wait, who's Julie? She's Julie?
No, the guy's name is Julie.
I didn't know. God damn it. Maybe it will be.
That's a weird thing to say in the middle of a car ride. I used to think this was the highway I would die on.
Yeah. I mean, and, you know, after you almost died, I guess, which would be the point of her saying it.
Now he's...
Wow, he's just now...
Yep. See, he gets to that point. Now he's like, now I got to go back to playing this game, beating you.
They obviously did not discuss the rules to this game.
We should write the rules down as they play it.
Yeah,
you have to call the license plates as you see it.
And you can even use plates that aren't vanity plates, apparently. You just make shit up as you go.
I'm calling EB 444.
EB 444?
EBB 444. A little pee break. Gotta have that. Long road trips, out in the middle of the fields.
Oh, they're talking about the rules now.
Kind of weird to be talking to your sister while you're taking a pee.
Oh, it's like, oh, well, okay.
I kind of like that she stood up with her panties up already.
Yeah, that was
exciting. As if she just kind of
squatted in the panties.
Did the little thong pull aside.
The pull aside? Okay. That's what I'm going to envision now. Is that she did the thong pull aside. She's that kind of chick that she would do the thong pull aside to pee.
That's a hardcore chick.
In the middle of a field.
Nope, he's bringing laundry home. That's a staple of college.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Laundry home, make your mom do it.
Well, I've been graduated from college for, what, 5-6 years now, and I'm still bringing my... Oh, the pine tree. Great. I'm still bringing my laundry home to mom.
I think what I like here about this is they actually are taking the time to establish a relationship between the two of them. Like it is antagonistic with like much brother and sisters.
Well, yeah, which makes it more realistic.
But I think where a lot of times our horror movies go wrong is they don't spend enough time developing the story outside of
just the monster killing. Yeah.
And to his credit,
it's possible to overdevelop, I think.
To his credit, Victor's trying. Well, we've only been about 10 minutes into the movie.
Yeah. No, 20 minutes. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. We're 20 minutes of the cast.
That is Scarface McPickle.
Vizio Couchman, ladies and gentlemen. Vizio Couchman.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it too. I like Justin Long. I think he's a good actor. Good comedic actor.
Yeah, he was in that Strange Wilderness. Is that what it was?
Yes,
Strange Wilderness.
Yes.
Yeah, he was pretty good in that.
This is a shot. I really like this shot. I mean, it's ominous. You see this figure putting bodies,
throwing something. Well, what you assume is bodies, but white human-shaped bloody rags.
Just the way they do this, it just is great. You just see the figure, and you're kind of seeing it from their perspective.
It's creepy looking.
Where he's just standing and watching them, and he disappears behind the building, and you're like, what do we do? What was he doing?
Yeah.
And I like that too, that they're kind of piecing together instead of immediately knowing what happened.
What it is. Yeah. So now it's like a moral decision of like, do we just speed off and pretend we didn't even see that? Or...
And here he comes, the bread truck.
Oh boy, okay.
Here comes the old mayor's truck. Or Strowman, if you prefer.
Yeah. Wonder Bread.
I like that he blew the horn to let him know he's coming.
Yeah, I know.
He's
In
like,
case you guys didn't hear me peeling out back here.
He's
here
like,
I come.
hey, coming to kill you.
Oh, and we have the usual, like, we're too far out in the middle of nowhere for the cell phone to work thing. Is that what just happened there?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he didn't charge it.
Even better. Okay.
Which is good. I mean, that
Yeah. It shows that he's, lazy.
Because, I mean, really, to have him not have signal in the middle of the field would have been rough.
Yeah.
And this bread truck apparently is keeping up with the old car, which is interesting.
Not just keeping up, but definitely gaining on it.
Gaining quickly. And we're about to have contact.
Honk the horn.
Nope.
Oh, no honk this time?
He
No
blasted
courtesy
that
honk?
Poor Chrysler.
That was very mean of him. Yes, he is.
Another good thing I like here, you don't see
That's a lot in body work.
You don't see what's in the truck. You don't really know what's chasing.
Yeah, because you can't really assume it's the guy that they saw necessarily, because you didn't see him get back in the truck. It could just be the truck.
It could be. It could be. It could be dual.
Yeah, because it looks like there's nobody in the truck.
That pop you heard was a pickle jar opening.
Mick Pickle.
And he rams him a third time and got a little. You think he would have put the seatbelt on after the first one?
Yeah, or I don't know, maybe done this little swerve action a lot sooner.
I like that they
and birds. Where the hell?
I like that they drove into an open field and the guy just kept going. Like he didn't really want to kill him yet. He's like, nah,
just toying with him.
He's like, that's cool. You're in a field.
You're in a field.
You win this round.
It's a good thing they took a piss like 5 miles down the road, because she wouldn't have time to do the pull aside now.
And she climaxes.
I know, yeah, that's a little, I don't know about that.
While she looked at her brother.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, well, it's a good family movie here.
Won't see that in a Disney movie.
She gonna take her shirt off?
No. She does not.
She's making like she's gonna take her shirt. She's doing like the arms crossed thing.
What do we think, brawl or not?
Yeah, little brawl.
Okay.
Trust me, I've been checking that. Yeah, see, there's like the little lines.
I got it now.
You can almost see right through it because the picture on this is so vivid. I have the brightness turned all the way up. It's almost like seeing it in X-ray.
Face looks kind of weird there.
Her face looks kind of weird always.
No, but it looks especially weird there.
Why? How so?
I don't know. It looked like everything was pointing in towards her nose.
Isn't that how a face works?
No, it looked like it was like straight line. You could have drawn like symmetrical lines to her nose.
That's a weird observation.
I'm full of them.
Or just leave that shit alone. How far away are they from home?
I don't know.
You should. I thought you did your homework on this.
They don't.
You've watched this.
There's no GPSs in this. They don't ever say. There's no lines.
Well, I mean, are they driving cross country or what?
Yes.
So they're obviously in the Midwest right now.
Possibly.
No, they're obviously in the Midwest right now.
You don't think? I don't know. New Hampshire looks like that.
No. New Hampshire does not have serial killing bread trucks.
And this is where they have the bad horror movie plan, which is
going
every
back?
bad horror movie plan of going back to where they saw the mean thing, dumping bodies.
That's what dumb people do, pretty much. But I guess that wouldn't be much of a movie if they just decided to drive on.
I really think I want to see a movie like that at some point, like a 30-minute movie. They see
Where you
something.
think they set up these characters and you're like, oh, these people are going to die and it's going to be awesome, and then they just get away. Well, no, you know what? Like in Grindhouse, the second movie in Grindhouse.
The Quentin Tarantino one.
Yeah, yeah. Death Car, whatever the hell it's
Death
called.
Proof.
Death Proof. Yeah, that one. Where they were setting up those characters, and you're like, oh man, they're gonna like hunt them down one by one and kill them one by one and everything. And he just got into the car accident, and it was like 45 minutes that you spend, learning those characters. So you think it's gonna kind of play out over the next whatever hour or so, and then they all just get into an accident and die, and then it starts over with 4 more girls that you've never seen in the movie before.
Spoiler alert.
What? He's made of pros?
For anybody who's going to watch Death Proof.
Oh, yeah. Whoops. Well, whatever. Don't watch it. Just don't watch it.
No, I think what I was Planet Terror is definitely the better of the two.
Yeah, yes.
I think what I was kind of hoping for, like when I say like a 30-minute movie, is like they see this. Actually, would it be like about 25-minute movie at this point? No, 15-minute.
Jesus.
They see the guy dumping bodies down. They get run off the road. He says, "I think we should go back." She chloroforms him and says, "Screw that!" Throws him in the car and just drives
away.
home and then passed out in the back seat.
Oh man!
Roll credits. Movie over.
How to survive a horror movie: drive the other way.
I thought she said she wasn't going to get out of the
car. I know,
car.
right? She already broke her cardinal rule.
I believe I'm getting infatuated with Miss Phillips again. I remember being infatuated with her when I was watching the movie in the movie theater.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What else has she been in?
Nothing.
Oh.
She's been in some guest spots in like television shows. She was in a pretty funny horror movie called Dead and Breakfast.
Oh, okay. There's like moss hanging on it. That's fantastic.
Does not smell like
I
a
want
sewer
one of
pipe.
those.
What could smell worse than a sewer pipe?
A death pipe.
Get a flashlight.
Yelling down it. Yeah, that's going to help. Why don't you crawl down and find out? Hey, how are you? No.
No. Stop yelling and save us. Hey, idiot. Oh. Get in your car and drive home.
Don't be an idiot.
Don't be a hero, asshole.
Yes, climb in, please.
I like that he's testing the structure of the metal
the
pipe.
strength of it.
And there's your self-aware movie moment.
Yeah.
Said by Miss Phillips.
She does seem to be the smarter of the two. Even though she did say she wasn't going to get out of the car. And obviously she's out of the car.
He wants her to hold his feet. Because he's going to get 6 inches or 6 feet of viewing down
and he's laying in the body goo.
Down a seemingly bigger pipe. He's like, quiet! You said you weren't getting out of the car before! You
Too
lied.
late now.
Rats.
Well,
kind of interesting that when he's getting...
And the rats... What the...
That, not a good shot. That
hell was that?
That looked like... Isn't it Wayne's World that has the scene where the guy's falling and he just runs backward into a wall?
Yeah.
That's what that looked like.
Yeah, like they were holding his feet. Either that or like he was standing still and they just had a wall on like a moving thing and they just pushed the wall towards him.
I'm hurt. I still don't understand why, if the rats were in the pipe, he starts kicking so she can't pull him back out of the pipe. better get a tetanus shot.
Yeah, right. That shirt's as clean as it's ever been. Oh, there's your brief nudity. A little man arm.
That Justin Long, look at the muscles rippling and
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Look at that one muscle there.
That's really a bad shot. It does look like they're filming him from the front and filming,
Yeah,
projecting to him.
like he's standing on it.
Not by you nagging
Yeah.
me.
Obviously not by you dragging me up.
And
So apparently those bodies got up and moved on their own.
that was the body that was calling to him.
Oh, so it crawled over there, or
Yes.
considering he fell down the chute and there was absolutely nothing around him, and now there's a stack of bodies.
That is weird that he doesn't find the bodies that were thrown down.
Yeah,
like,
that's
in a
what I'm
pile.
saying.
Maybe the creeper climbed down in the pipe and then climbed back out. Or maybe the creeper got back there before they got there. You didn't think
Yeah,
of
but
that,
he
did
pulled
you?
right out. What do you
didn't
mean?
think of that,
Oh,
did you?
okay. While they were sitting in the field,
This is why you gotta do your
peeing
research.
themselves and having some sort of weird incestuous
Relationship.
staring session.
I do feel like there is a scene that's missing where those two,
Yeah, because I mean,
where she gave
they're
him
just
roadhead or
breathing
something.
heavy all of a sudden. Yeah,
Where she gave him roadhead
and
or
sweating a
something.
lot. Again, that's what I'm going to imagine. Oh, here we go. Apparently the dead body is not dead as much as originally thought. Hit it with something. What the hell? Is it Johnny Depp?
It does kind of look like
That's weird.
Johnny Depp from
Like
Nightmare.
a really young Johnny Depp.
No words being spoken to each other. Just looking.
Just vibrating hands or something.
Justin Long is doing scared face.
Yeah.
Ooh, and a big sewed
Yes.
together piece right down the middle
Oh,
of
look
his
at that.
stomach. That's yummy. Good thing I ate
Still say it looks like Johnny Depp.
Good thing I ate my pizza before we watched this movie.
I still have some steak and cheese bowly over there. It looks strangely like that wound. And I'm getting hungry.
Do you think Justin Long is glad that he graduated to comedies and like he's like on that next? He's not like on
Yeah.
that. He's not like on that upper tier of comedic actors. He's kind of on that next tier below them.
Yeah, like he's in every comedy movie, but he doesn't really have a major role in it, which is fine, because that's about his level. Yeah, I always kind of wonder that. Like, people start in horror movies just because they're cheaper, and that's like they're more willing to use kind of no-name actors.
Right.
And then there's the point where you either sort of graduate to better movies, or you choose to stay in horror movies and just hope that one of the millions of movies that you're in turns into a cult classic at some point.
Right.
And then you can kind of ride that, like the conference circuit for a while, show up and do appearances and signings and stuff like that for the rest of your life.
Well, if my time going to horror movie conventions has taught me anything, it's that you can ride horror movies for a long, long time.
Well, yeah,
in
that's
your
what I'm
career.
saying. If it turns into a cult classic, you can stick with that for, I mean, you never even have to be in another movie. Or if you are, it just turns into either your old character that you were originally, or that actor doing a cameo, essentially.
I've seen people get in line for like third person killed in Friday the 13th Part 6 and pay like $20 an autograph for it.
Oh, wow.
A lot of crows.
Yeah. I think they're ravens, aren't they? Crows have yellow beaks.
I don't know.
Or is it the other way around?
I don't know. We will not speak of this evermore. Da-da-dun. That's my best material.
So now he's fine. And we're spent. Podcast over. See you.
Done. Goodbye. Thank you, folks. Come back next month.
So he just now found this pile of bodies.
So he's going into the lair. The lair, which is surprisingly more lighted than it was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe it's because our eyes are getting used to it.
Right.
Maybe that's like the kind of angle they were going for.
I'm sure that's it.
Yeah, it must be. This was definitely done on purpose.
This is too dark. By this time, these people's eyes would be adjusted to the cave.
The light from the death tube.
Doesn't look like that stuff's been used in quite some time.
And that is
Cobwebby.
Demon Viking?
Yeah.
Sure.
It kind of looks like a character in like one of those Japanese New Year's parades.
Yeah.
Like a kabuki
like you'd
character.
see it, yeah. You'd see it, 50 feet tall floating above the parade.
He stops to tie his shoe.
And those other bodies? So they made like a body wallpaper.
That's what it looks like.
Not a flesh wallpaper, mind you, but an entire body wallpaper.
Well, the monster's like the American Indians. He doesn't waste any part of what he kills.
Yeah, well, when you slap the entire body up on the wall, it's kind of hard to waste. Oh, I see what you're doing.
Ooh. There's your nudity.
Oh, yeah, exactly. There was your brief nudity.
Unanatomically correct characters.
Barbie
hanging
doll
from the ceiling.
looking like life-size Barbie dolls with wigs. Wow. That looks terrible. I kind of want to decorate my apartment like that now. Just get a bunch of mannequins.
It would fit with the posters of Clockwork Orange and Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street and Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. I just named every...
Not so much with the Call of Duty poster, but... Well, I guess in a way it could be considered. There's a lot of bodies in that.
The Creeper is doing his duty of killing people.
He's off doing his thing. Apparently. Really? You haven't heard crows 600 times since you got there?
It's like he's laughing at her.
I think that was what they were going for.
That reminds me of another episode of The Simpsons, The Crows.
What?
There's an episode where somebody shows up at Moe's with like a real crowbar, and Moe's like, "That's not a crowbar. This is a crowbar." And he shows a picture of like a bunch of crows sitting around a bar drinking, and he's like, "Yeah, look at it. The crows sitting around the bar there drinking."
Oh my god.
That's my best Moe Sizlak impression.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's award winning.
That looks like the zombie from Return of the Living Dead.
Oh,
there's your nudity.
Hey.
There's a healthy rack right there.
Yeah. There's Boosh.
Oh, and he left her with a little landing strip. That's some guy.
It's very courteous of him. Oh, he sewed them together. Oh, how nice. The perfect union.
It's cute. So I guess if you sewed them together, you could say the Creeper made them tie the knot.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, you're done. I'm turning your mic off, man.
And the groaners keep coming from Vizio Couchman.
Why doesn't she climb down there and... Like, she's not trying to help him or anything. She's just standing here hoping that he'll appear randomly.
She's looking out. Uh-oh.
Oh, she's looking the wrong direction.
Uh-oh.
Why does he have his headlights on in the middle of the day?
Always look behind you. Well, he's just running lights.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but he didn't have those before.
Oh, it was brighter earlier.
Oh, that's right. Our eyes weren't adjusted properly.
I like that she jumps in the car like he wouldn't see her.
Yeah, I know.
He'd be like, "No, I was."
Yeah, well, it's better than running away. You got a car. A car that won't start. Oh, because she can't drive a stick.
A car that we've determined you can have like a mile head start on the guy and he will catch you.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, it's better than running. Oh, maybe you didn't see her.
Oh, it was a hay truck.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, what a twist.
False alarm.
M. Night Shyamalan wrote that scene.
What a twist. M. Night Shyamalan wrote that scene. Oh, she just came again. Oh, whoa. Things happening. And she came a third time. He looks excited to be there.
Yeah, that's what a compassionate
what
sister.
Yeah.
The guy's
is he just staring at her junk?
He's freaked out, his hands covered up. He's just looking at her and she's calling him an asshole.
It's starting to rain. That can't be good.
Rain is ominous. It is. Gonna get wet.
Pretty sure she's already wet.
Maybe pneumonia.
Maybe pneumonia. All those open wounds.
Oh, you meant another kind of wet.
Yeah,
you won't get
yeah.
from that kind of wet.
No, yeah.
I don't think. I don't know. I don't know what goes on with the female body anymore.
It's been so long.
No, I just knew you can get the HIPAA from them.
The HIPAA. Pertwilla. I know she's treating this like an inconvenience.
Yeah. Well, they were running out of gas.
He almost died. Oh, okay. I thought she was like saying it because he's about to die or something.
You gotta be observant.
She's like, oh God, we gotta go to a hospital now.
You gotta be observant of what you're watching.
No, you don't. Really? Do I really need to devote that much attention to this? It's been fairly ridiculous thus far.
I think it's been pretty good up to this point.
Fairly good in what regard?
They've established the relationship between the brother and sister. They've showed us a creepy-looking character in a creepy-looking vehicle. We have no idea really what's happening yet, other than
what's part of the problem. I want to know what's going on.
Whatever is throwing things down that chute is
the body
apparently
hole.
Stitching things together down there. Just you wait. If what I remember is what I remember about this movie, you're going to wish they had not told us so much about what's happening.
Oh, boy. I can't wait.
Oh, it's Chevrolet. I called it a Chrysler earlier. I was wrong.
We have a food gas diner.
I've never actually seen a diner like that. I feel like they're always in movies, but I've never actually seen one.
Like what?
Where it's just like them roadside, 60 miles away from everything else diners with a random gas station.
Does that mean we got to go on a road trip?
We could. Maybe when I'm working and have money. Oh, there goes beating you.
So what are they going to do? Get back in the car and chase him?
Let's go back and check it out.
'Cause that seems to be their logic so far. Well, no shit, he's going back. He lives there.
I was added in post.
What?
Her yelling,
Yeah.
he's going back, let's go.
Excuse me.
Oh, boy.
I like that it's...
There's like businessmen
It's
there.
a bunch
What?
of hillbillies and then a business dinner.
Police. We need help.
We ain't got no police around here.
What you want the police for, darling?
Y'all ain't worried about the body shoot, is you?
Were you out by that nasty church with the crows all over the place?
I need you to hold it together.
Still not compassionate.
Nah. I think this is supposed to be their portrayal of a strong female character.
She's a strong character in my book. She's making me feel strong.
She's making you feel hard, not necessarily strong.
No, I think strong. Making me feel like I could lift. What would you say about 110? 105
110.
with just my ween.
Oh, okay. There you go. just my.
Oh, you got it now?
Yeah, I get it. I get it. So that.
Wait.
Me and my brother.
What?
You and Derry, I saw you with lots of cats. Who the hell is this? How do you know Derry? Derry?
Huh? That's me.
What?
Huh?
You knew my name.
Oh my God! I was hoping that wasn't a tattoo. Turns out he's retarded.
House of Pain. Pack it up. Pack it in.
Let me begin.
You found his Everlast.
I think that would be even better if they just like drove by with a car jumping up and down in the background.
If when she said we found his House of Pain, if it was Everlast, like sitting in the church playing the guitar,
Yeah.
singing, what was that song? Black Jesus or something he sang?
Oh Christ! I don't know. It's the dog. I think it's the dog. I think the dog is the killer.
Once it has the scent.
Beating you.
Creepers. Where'd you get those peepers?
Wow.
Where'd you get those eyes? Ooh.
So it's the song that's the serial killer?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I always thought it would have been a Nickelback song that would have killed people.
Yeah, it's done plenty of killing. It's not very nice.
That is mean. Lady's trying to help. He
I
just tells
know.
her. I like that lady was vaguely from, like, the Northeast.
What lady?
That lady just called them on the phone. Like, her accent.
From the Northeast.
Yeah. She had, like, a very bad Southern accent.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say she's supposed to be. I'm assuming Louisiana.
No, I get that, but
Cajun
I
or
mean, her voice. She didn't sound like Ted Kennedy, but I mean, she was from the Northeast. It would have been a lot better if they'd had Ted Kennedy. He was still alive when they made it, so they could have made him the voice on the phone.
Oh, God.
Era, get out of there.
Yeah, yeah. You need
Era.
to move now.
Era, it's got the scent. Run.
When you hear this song, you should have run.
Try to make it swim.
What?
I got an Era. I got an idea. Dump it in Chappaquiddick.
Oh, God. Senator Kennedy? What?
She doesn't believe you. We're looking for beating you. Can you imagine filing that police report? We're looking for a
Beating
vanity license
you.
plate that says beating you.
Yeah.
Cop's like, too many letters.
I don't understand. Is that a woman or a man in the back there? The other cop.
It's a woman. Oh, it's like a quilt.
Aw. And it nearly killed her. Is it a man or a woman?
It's a woman.
Are you sure?
It's a shim.
It's a woman with a very strong jawline. There's your artsy reference.
Wonder if he ad-libbed that.
The director was like, I'd never thought of it that way. That cannot be a woman.
It's a woman.
That's your color out the top of the neck.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's happening? Where did that come from?
That was like unnecessary.
Yeah. Dramatic.
Yeah. He went through your dirty laundry.
Oh no! Not the dirty laundry.
He sniffed your dirty laundry. What a guy's a pervert.
He could be. I'd
Mm.
sniff for dirty laundry though. Not his. Oh,
Yeah,
that
he
was his,
sniffing,
wasn't
he
it?
was sniffing his, yeah.
Ugh.
Remember, the lady on the
So
phone
much.
said once he got to the set,
Once he got the scent.
he ain't gonna stop. Yes, you've convinced me. The guy sniffed your laundry.
It must be a serial killer. And now he knows what we smell like.
He knows I got dirty underwear. My name's Darius. I write my name in my underwear. I'm in college.
Yeah.
Who does
And that wasn't just like writing it, that was all over the band. Like he put time into that shit.
Handprint. Handprint. We got a clue.
A clue.
Ooh.
You don't tell me how to be a cop, son.
You leave the cop work to me, boy. I noticed there's no thumbprint on the actual button he would have to press to get into the door. How did he do that?
Jedi mind trick.
Okay.
He used the Force to open the door.
That's acceptable to me.
With how this movie's been going so far, makes perfect sense.
I still say I think we're in good shape in this movie. I'm still enjoying
Yeah, it
this
hasn't
movie.
completely fallen apart. That's true.
And I know what's coming now, and I know I like this scene. So.
Oh, okay.
I do remember we are getting close to the point where the movie starts to go off the rail.
Oh, okay.
So,
I have a strange feeling that's about when I'm going to start liking it.
oh, she made fun of his dirty underwear. What a bitch.
That's gotta be a dude.
It's a girl.
That is definitely not a girl. A woman at best. Burning out of control.
Incest capital of the world, and they're right in
Yeah,
Melbourne.
right? Yeah. Shit. They already did it once in here.
Ooh, bird snap.
So she knows what stripogram cops look like then?
Yeah, snap, snap.
What do you...
She burned him.
Jesus.
Snap.
You are all excited about that.
You gotta give that, man.
To a character in a movie from 12 years ago. Uh-oh, when you hear the song, watch out.
Oh, it's the rock version of the song. Oh, this is terrible.
Wow.
I'd rather hear the lounge version of it.
And how's that one go again?
Ooh. What you talking about? Oh, I see things.
Uh-oh.
See, that's a cool shot. They
It is
don't know
kind of
what's
neat.
happening.
Yeah. The sky is... Kill the dude. His shoes light up. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Whoa, battle axe style. Nice.
Oh, head bounce.
Wow, that had to be a hell of a throw in order to get that thing up there.
He's a Jeeper Creeper, man.
He's the Jeeper Creeper.
When you're dead, it
Jeeper.
improves your arm strength.
Oh, okay. I would think that it would go the other way. Your arm strength would deteriorate from, being dead and shit.
I think if I just saw a human head bounce off the front of my car,
I would not stop.
I would not get out of my
Ever.
car. I would keep driving. This feels like a really, really bad decision.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, you can't play with that. See, you can't play with that license plate. You can't play that game.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Although
calling it.
that would be pretty funny if you did that right now, though.
I'm calling it DHP year when Teddy Roosevelt was president. I don't know if that was when Teddy Roosevelt was president in 1891.
We'll roll with it. That works.
We'll have to look it up on Wikipedia later. Yes, it's probably blood. There was a head that bounced off your car.
He's like, Trish, it's raining.
It's it's raining heads. Oh, somebody's sitting in the car.
It's the creeper.
Oh, damn.
Won't you hop in and sit on my lap?
Jonathan Breck is the guy's name, the guy who plays the creeper in this. For those that care about that kind of thing. I don't know what else he's been in, but I know that's his name, Jonathan Breck.
Okay.
I feel like he's putting on a show for them at this point.
Definitely. I like all these faces that dude's making.
Oh, tastes good in the background
Nice.
while he's holding the head.
Tastes darn good.
And he sniffs it. I wonder if he's going to eat it. Maybe that's why it says tastes good in the background.
God, I hope so. Do it.
Sniffy.
Do it.
Sniffy.
Do it.
Sniff it.
Do it.
Eat it. Oh my god.
Yeah. Wait, I can't really tell what
No, he's sniffing
doing.
it. He's making out with it, I think,
Oh,
actually.
Making out with the back of the head?
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it works. Oh, wait.
Now he's going to make out with it.
Oh, okay. This is getting slightly more awesome. Now I think he's eating it.
Let's get it on.
Eating the tongue. Look at this. You just get like still frames of all these stupid faces that Justin Long makes.
She still can't drive a stick.
Yeah. You better figure that shit out pretty quick.
Disappointing. But again, still, you still haven't seen the creeper in full light. You still don't know what he is.
It was shadowy, yeah.
You still don't know what he is exactly. Now you're kind of starting to see the face.
It's got kind of a demon-looking thing to it. Oh, wait a minute.
There's the hat.
Nice.
There was actually a guy I used to work with that used to have a hat like that. I used to call him the creeper. He was in the tech
God.
department every time he came over to work on our stuff. Oh, that's a clever little gig there. Throw the hat in. Throw the head in.
You told her to drive.
You're going to kill us. I'd rather you killed me than the creeper. You won't eat my tongue.
Well, you never know.
Well, she tried to eat other
She just
things
seemed
on
pretty
him earlier.
weird.
She ate his wiener earlier.
Yeah. She gobbled the cock.
You mean the next phone? It's pretty goddamn far. You wanna wait to find out?
They ever run out of gas?
They filled up. Remember, they just filled up at the last station.
Oh, that's correct. There I go paying attention again.
It's one thing to not do your research beforehand. It's another thing to not do your pay attention while we're watching.
Not do my pay attention.
The movie is right there. You got a big 55-inch TV we're watching it on, and you can't pay attention to the movie.
Yeah,
Even if it's
well,
just not to look at Gina Phillips the whole time.
I'm just looking at her bra. Must be cold out there.
Foreshadowing on the scarecrow there.
Yeah.
You'll see why later. More people yelling from the tunnel.
Get off my property.
You hear the shotgun click.
I said, who are you?
Betty White?
Patricia Jenner. This is my brother Derry.
Oh, Trish is her name, not Julie.
Can you call him Darius? Because the whole Derry thing's not working.
If you don't believe him, look at his underwear.
You can smell it if you'd like.
Oh, maybe that's the creeper. We're not seeing it in full light.
It's got the gray hair.
Got the long gray hair. It's not, but maybe it is.
Hello, police, but I need to call someone. Don't even think cops are here. So
Yeah.
Hey.
Girl. Bring him out here. Brr.
please, someone's been killed.
Is there a rule that you can't have a bunch of cats at your house? That's why she doesn't want the cops to come
Apparently
out?
in this area here.
We live in undefined America. You cannot have a lot of cats at your house.
Did you hear what I just said?
Look here, girl.
Oh God. Whoa, mean cats.
this address and tell them to go out on the interstate where they ought to be. My babies don't like strangers.
How many babies do you have?
More than a couple.
Oh, that's
Is he formulating a plan here? or
that's
something?
descriptive. I know what we'll do, lady. We'll train the cats to kill it.
Yeah. Attack the creeper. He will use an army of dead bodies. We will use an army of cats.
We'll use an army of pussy.
Defeat the dead with pussy. What?
Uh-oh.
Even the wind has stopped.
Wind is scared of the creeper.
Wind's like, yo, fuck this, I'm out of here.
I'm going. Urgh.
You guys are on your own.
If this took place in the middle of the ocean, you'd be screwed.
I know.
You'd be like, what the hell?
You'd be rowing your way to safety. Says the cat.
Oh,
Oh, it's the thing.
it's the creeper. Or...
the creeper.
Told you. Foreshadowing.
She did have a shotgun. Every crazy old lady in the middle of nowhere has a shotgun.
Get your ass out of my yard. I don't think I'm gonna get it twice.
One. She's not even counting.
I know. I've never seen a silent count after one of those. Oh, there it goes. Whoa. Explodes, apparently. She's
tell you
using
what,
incendiary shotgun shells.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what she had in the scarecrow, but it should not have blown up like that.
It's one of those nitroglycerin scarecrows.
He's going after my cats.
Oh!
He's going after
Ball
my
tap with a shotgun.
Get away from my babies. When the
She's all
animals
like-
are running away, that's trouble in a horror movie.
Oh, okay. His sister's all like, here, let me feel him and make him better. Oh, he's wearing the old woman's head. And
Cute.
I hope he scalped the old woman.
And they await the same thing we await.
Oh, there we go.
Up.
Did she have dead cats on her feet?
The old lady is dead.
Not yet. Working on it, though.
I think she's dead. I think he's using her as his ventriloquist dummy.
There we go.
It's the first real
What?
close-up we get of the character.
Yeah, the actual good shot of the face. So that is the thing that was on the table. The
Sort of.
demon Viking thing?
Yeah, sort of. Not that per se. We'll see. It's getting there.
Oh, okay. So that's where the occult expert, so to speak, is going to come in and explain all this?
Yeah, whatever she is.
Oh, if I not explain that theory to you?
The gears are sticking. Well, unstick them. I did not learn to drive a stick shift car that way.
Dude can do a backflip. So he's an agile dead guy.
Yeah, I believe actually stunts were done by Mary Lou Retton. They put her on stilts.
Wow.
And told her to do a backflip off the car.
Because she obviously had nothing else going on that week.
To me personally, we're still in movie is cool range. Movie is fine by me range.
Yeah, but it's quickly spiraling out of control, I think.
And here's the big plan to ram it.
Even though it just did a backflip off your car.
And
Whoa, Matrix.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, again, 2001, so this is post-Matrix.
Yeah,
so
we're
this is
still-
when everybody was using those tricks in movies. I can actually do that.
Yeah?
Jump a car
With
like that.
wires? Yeah.
No,
Anybody can.
No, I can do it without wires.
Oh, really?
Yep.
How much do you have to drink beforehand?
Not a lot, because the more I drink, the worse, harder it is to do.
Have you tested this out several times and that's
No.
how you know?
No. I'm just saying I know I can do
So
it.
when you say a car, do you mean a full-size car or like Power Wheels or Matchbox?
I can do it up to like a Dodge Durango. Anything above a Dodge Durango, I can't do.
I think I might be able to jump over a scooter.
I think that time he didn't make it. He made a bad decision that time.
Yeah. He misjudged the jump, I think.
I think the problem that time is he was going for a half-quarter gainer instead of just a straight up. It's just a straight up dismount all over the car.
Yeah.
And he says I think he's dead, and she says, well, let's be sure. So, in what is one of my favorite scenes in this entire film, she begins to
Oh my
repeatedly
God.
run the thing over.
Hey, man.
This is
You always want to be sure.
this is when I got hardcore into her in this movie.
Yeah.
This is a pretty hardcore scene.
Yeah, this is pretty awesome.
She has now hit it 4 times. He has to stop her. and be
Well,
like, he's had it.
she's run it over 4 times, but first she hit it with the car. She attempted twice to hit it with the car, and it jumped over both times. And the third time was a charm, and now we've run it over 4 times.
And Darius, the guy who writes his name in his underwear, has to stop her.
Dairy. Yeah, I've come to the conclusion that he's a pussy. She's the hardcore one. So I'm going to now call him Derry. It's back to Derry now. No longer Darius. He doesn't deserve the respect.
So now we get to what was that creature? And oh, he's got a foot backwards. He's starting to convulse.
What?
There's a wing.
Wings?
This is where the movie starts to get goofy territory.
Okay. And another classic Justin Long horror face.
Yeah, I think Gina Phillips is a little bit better. And, I mean, it would make sense. Gina Phillips has been in more horror movies. I think she was in 1 or 2 before this one.
I thought you said she wasn't in anything else.
Nothing big is what I meant.
Oh, well. Just stuff where I can stare at her more. Really, that's all I need.
That's why they make Wikipedia, my friend.
Fair enough.
And they hit it again. Awesome. But because we're only about an hour into this movie, you know there's more to go.
Yeah. So it's been a busy day here so far in this movie.
Yes. And now we got a police station. Apparently out in the middle of the woods.
Poho County? We are in Poho County. I was unaware of that.
Roach. What are we boosting tonight?
What are we boasting tonight?
Come over here and fucking help me, Daddy.
Is that supposed to be Spanish or?
Anyone ever tell you for a car thief got taste for shit?
Again, we're in nondescript America.
I understand that, Mother. Should I tell you where we are?
We's in Poho County.
I told you we're both okay.
We're in... We're somewhere down south. There's a lady from New Hampshire calling us, talking to us.
Because we'll be home before you get
There was a lady who tried to fend off a monster with
We
pussies.
don't want to wait here, Mom. We just want to get the hell
There's a
out.
goddamn thing with wings coming after us. I hit it.
Eagle Cloud Mid Thunder?
Oh, Tim Sullivan. I think that's a little nod to the horror director, Tim Sullivan.
You think?
I think so.
No, I think those were there on location.
No, actually, there is a horror director named Tim Sullivan that looks exactly like that. Honestly. He did a 2001 Maniacs remake.
Oh.
He also just did, he also was on,
Is that their mom?
that's the lady from earlier.
Excuse me. Giselle?
Shazam?
Darius.
Come on, they've been through a lot, okay? Damn it, Jen.
Talk to me. You could just spare me a minute.
Giselle, like, resident psychic around here. She helped us out of missing persons.
You think I could just talk to these kids by myself?
You go home, turn off that police scanner, and go to bed.
Missing persons in a fire in the next county. Go do something.
Leave them alone.
That's not going to stop him from accusing her of listening to the police
No,
scanner.
of course not.
There's a problem with this scene, and I will get into that when the scene is over.
Okay.
Found all those bodies. Counting except I saw them too.
You found them bodies. I saw.
I saw me.
I saw him in my dreams. he got people stitched along the ceiling.
There's two of them.
Fucking two people tied together. That girl had a wedding ring on. Her hands were tied together. Their whole hands.
It was almost like he made them tie a knot.
Excuse me for a second.
He's got. When you hear that song, Jeepers Creepers, run away. His license plate said, "Beating you." Think about it. It's not beating you.
What does that mean?
You can't run away and go do no good. Every 23rd spring for 23 days, it gets to eat.
Wow. Okay. And there's another classic Justin Long horror face. Eat. The.
You know what he eats? Don't make me tell you. I don't want to have this in my head, but I don't. That Justin Long face was, if you read into that face right there, that face is, God, I can't wait till I'm going the distance with Drew Barrymore.
I can't wait to make that relationship public.
I can't wait till I'm the dork in dodgeball. He needs eyes.
He just. Oh, God. I wonder what kind of direction they gave him on that.
Yeah, and again, I mean, it's just probably. I think I looked it up. I think this was Justin Long's like second or third major role in something.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's a young guy. I mean, and like you said, you see a lot of that in movies. You know, they beating
It's on the
youth
front
back.
now?
Well, it was a 2-for-1 license plate, vanity license plate.
Oh,
deal.
okay.
a lot of the shots in this movie, I think from a technical standpoint, this is a very, very well filmed movie. I mean, that shot alone, you see it kind of pans behind the tires. You see the feet step down. You're not seeing the character yet.
Yeah.
And there you see it, but you see it from behind. It's just the...
Yeah, but I mean, you know what it is at this point.
Right, but
There's no reason to hide it necessarily.
Well, no, I know, but like you're still sort of the motives behind it. You still don't really know that yet. Other than every 23rd...
Well, she just said it gets to eat.
Yeah, it gets to eat. Whatever. What does that mean? I eat every 23 minutes. What does that mean? What does that tell you? I'm fat. That's what it tells you.
It means you're gonna have to jump over some cars and sprout wings, I guess, someday.
It wants to smell people. Oh, they went to lights.
Oh
boy.
Oh crap.
Poho Police Department didn't pay their electric bill.
Yeah, I think the Poho Police Department probably doubles as the electric company, utilities company.
See, my problem with that scene is I always hate those scenes in horror movies where they have the exposition delivered by a character.
The occult expert.
Yeah.
So that was the theory I was referring to earlier.
Not even that she's like the occult expert, but just the matter of they do that in a lot of films where like they have no way of telling you what's happening, so they just have a character just say it.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. That's when I say occult expert. That's what I mean. It's like in these horror movies where, I mean, especially like slashers or ones that aren't really of a psychological nature, like a person is doing this, that it's some kind of creature or whatever. There's always someone that knows somehow the whole history and knows what it wants and knows how to kill it and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But that's what I refer to as the occult expert in all these films.
Yeah, it's like there's got to be a way to tell us the story without explicitly telling us the
like
story.
or kind of create a way for the characters to discover it somehow for themselves without having another character just spout it off.
Oh, man. It's feeding.
Oh, there we go. Now we see the full thing, though. Is that a zipper in the back?
That's where they put the suit together. Oh, damn.
I'd probably want to turn around and get the hell out of there at this point.
It's pretty generous of the police officer to stand there and hold the light there so we can see what's happening.
Yeah. Okay. Point blank shots. It's a 2-for-1 meal. Oh, they're going to put him in a jail cell.
He found you hiding in a room.
You too.
Creepers.
Whoa.
Where'd you get those peepers? Creepers.
So they have
Where'd
to.
you get those peepers?
So they have to what? Shut that song off or something?
No, she's just saying that when you hear the song, that's when you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, but she just said it's playing on an old phonograph.
Exactly are you doing here?
Oh God, not an $11.99. Not a demon eating an inmate.
How much cooler would it be if this movie was called like "Hey Jude"? She was like, when you hear "Hey Jude," you're gonna die.
You're gonna die.
Hey Jude.
Avoid the Beatles at all costs.
Don't listen to Beatles music, whatever you do. And now the small town cops are going to stand off with the big killer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that guy looks pissed. Yeah, yeah.
Weirdest fucking body armor you've ever seen.
It's only got a zipper in the back. I don't understand.
One of the things that I think we kind of talked over, and they maybe mentioned you didn't hear, was she said earlier to Derry that he eats eyes to replace his eyes, stuff like that.
Okay.
So he lost his
so
legs
that's
and
why he
stuff.
ate the
So
tongue, and now he's eating
Yeah.
the legs. Okay. So if he loses his wings, then what does he do?
he eats a bird.
Oh, that works that way too. It's not just humans.
I don't know. I have no idea. I just made that up.
God,
I didn't Google it.
you're supposed to know these things.
They don't explain that at any point in any of these movies.
Well, I want to know.
Maybe they'll explain that in Jeepers Creepers 3. Cathedral, I think is what it's called.
Oh wow. When's that supposed to come out?
It was supposed to come out 6 years ago.
Oh, okay, good. There he is.
Oh, there's the creeper. Oh, we dropped his gun. Dropped separately instead of all at once.
Nice.
Nice little shot
Got
of
the
the
willpower to
flashlight
hold
going through the chest with no heart there. Interesting. I didn't know biologically you could stand there for a second and look at yourself with no heart.
We're learning all kinds of cool stuff in this
It's
movie.
great. I'm going to go to medical school and just try to apply things I learned in
Yeah.
horror movies.
Take all of your tests using only horror movies as,
Dude, I'm going to rip your
as
heart
study
out.
material.
It's cool. You'll stand there for a couple seconds.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Shoot everything above you.
The podunk cop starts shooting, shooting everything. The doors are locked.
You didn't know that? Dream everything.
I don't dream exits. I don't dream how to get the fuck out of buildings. I only dream what's going to happen when you're in the building and you're hearing fucking songs. You think this is bad? You should wait when there's somebody's going to hear the Monkees' I'm a Believer, and they're fucking screwed. They're going to get disemboweled.
I thought if you knew what I thought, maybe you could change it. How the hell do you think I'm here?
Ah.
To tell us about your stupid dreams?
Some guy listening to
Twitching.
Some guy listening to Heartbreak Hotel gonna get fucking beheaded.
No, I think the Heartbreak Hotel would have been the heart ripping out scene earlier.
Some guy listening to California Girls by Katy Perry's gonna die by a firing squad. Fucking deal with that, bitch.
Deal with that.
Probably the guy whose underwear he was sniffing earlier.
Yeah, right. That might be you. Listen to me, baby. I need you to be serious for a minute. Make out. Make out. I fucking dare you.
Kiss her.
Kiss her.
Kiss her.
Do it, pussy.
Three-way. No, baby.
Brother, sister, old woman action. Comes in from the side.
Again, a cool shot. I gotta give credit to
Oh,
Victor
nice.
Salva on this. I do have to give Victor Salva some credit here.
But is that practical, really?
Why not?
I mean, I know it's creepy or whatever, but... I mean, as far as, like...
He sniffs her.
Oh, yeah. He's got her scent now. I know what he's going to eat. That ass.
He didn't like her scent. He's
Uh-oh.
like, nope.
Didn't like that ass.
Another thing I think we might have talked over at the time, beating you on the license plate.
Be eating you?
Was actually
is what it's
be
supposed to be?
eating you, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured that one out. I think.
I do kind of remember seeing that in movie theaters, and maybe I wasn't paying as much attention to the movie as I should have. But when they said it's bee eating you, I was like, oh, that totally makes sense. It's the same thing. It would be the same thing. Beating you, bee eating you. Although it does make it kind of sound weird because it kind of like the creeper being whimsy. Like, hey, be eating you.
Eat you later.
See, that's a cool scene there. They're in the interrogation room.
Yeah, the double mirror.
I think watching this again, this is the first time I've probably watched this film straight through in probably 7 or 8 years. I do think I stand by that I kind of did like this film when I watched it. And I still kind of do like it. There's enough here that I really like the film.
Dance now? That's weird.
The wings scene is still stupid.
Yeah, that was another thing that seems kind of unnecessary.
And I still hate the exposition thing, but there's enough stuff here that I kind of do like this film.
Yeah. But see, how else would you do it? You know, I mean, how else would they find out that that the thing only eats, to regain itself and all that crap?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a logistical nightmare.
Because it's been pretty much like there's been motion the whole time. You know what I mean? There's not, other than the first couple minutes where they sort of establish the relationship between the brother and sister, they've been on the run the entire time.
Right.
So it's not like there was a lot of downtime where they could have had them, find something that describes the creature, or where they could have like talked about it and sort of figured it out for themselves.
Right. And there's a scene where the creature's sniffing both of them and decides that it's not the chick I want, it's the dude.
So he's one of those creatures.
Weird creature, though, because it kind of makes me... Like, why did he have to sniff both of them? Did he think the girl was wearing briefs?
Well, I don't think he's going to eat them for his briefs.
But he was sniffing briefs.
Yeah, but he sniffed the woman, too, the old woman before. He's just sniffing for parts he likes.
The cops are standing there with guns, not shooting, because the creature is just...
And they never really said if this thing's like a demon or an alien or whatever. They didn't say what it actually is.
But I'm okay with that. I don't need that. I don't want that exactly.
Yeah, well, I don't either. I'm just making sure they didn't say anything and I didn't miss it.
No, you're okay on your research there.
Oh, okay, good. Awesome. My research came through.
There go the wings as she tries to sacrifice herself for her brother. Very noble, noble goal.
Just think for a second. I won't fight you. You can take me. I'm stronger. You want me.
Colored contacts, you can see that.
Yeah, definitely.
Monster's considering it. The monster says, "Nope, I'm gone."
Oh, man.
As he CGIs his way out the window.
Didn't look that bad, though.
No, actually pretty decent. She did get to the bottom floor of the police station.
Wow,
rather
yeah,
quickly.
that was pretty quick. Oh, okay, that looked kind of terrible.
That CGI doesn't look so great. I do remember that weird shot. That kind of looked like sci-fi movie-ish.
Yeah.
That kind of looked like the sci-fi movie where the saber-toothed tiger was attacking people.
No, dude, it did not look that bad.
That could be a future movie we watch. Sabretooth.
Is there a series of them, or is it just that one?
We can put.
We
that
could
with
do a
some-
series of sci-fi movie,
Yeah.
sci-fi channel movies.
Maybe we could watch Snowmageddon, whatever that movie was just on.
Oh man,
Maybe it was just on this, the other weekend.
yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch that, unfortunately.
So here comes the I don't know why this lady left the police station and then came back, but she's back. Talk to Trish.
Never answered him. All your dreams are wrong. Barely screaming in the dark when that song is playing.
But the song wasn't playing.
Not yet.
Oh, this is a future thing that she saw.
Well, she's seen visions in the future.
Just not how to open that exit door, that's all.
Right. She's
She
saying.
just walks away from her.
Yeah, she's like, I don't need to hear this shit. This is some old bullshit. That damn crow's still laughing at her. That's not cool.
Yeah, no, that's... Crow's kind of a dick.
God damn birds. That's why Hitchcock wrote a movie about them. As she wistfully looks in the sky, we get a fade out over top. What do they call that? What do we call that?
What do
A
we
wipe?
call what?
What was that? Like, what's that technical?
A dissolve?
A dissolve?
Yeah. Where it goes right from one picture to another.
And now we're at a factory where all the crows are now. Remember, we heard the church was burning earlier. Destroying evidence, I guess. As we go through the factory. Again, nice stuff.
Still, yeah, covered in cobwebs. Looks a lot like the underground layer.
Again, nice stuff. Not directly to it, kind of establishing the surroundings of where we are. We think it might be Derry yelling in the background.
Crying like a little girl.
I don't know what's happening to him, but
Sounds like it sucks a little. Oh, the song.
should we sing it?
You can go ahead. I'm gonna not. I'll refrain. You said sing it, not pantomime
We
it.
gotta play the song.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead.
Trumpet? Can you play the air trumpet?
I cannot play the air trumpet.
We see
I
the
will
back of the
leave these-
creeper.
I'll leave these honors to you. Sitting at his work table of death. Oh,
Oh, look, there's a rose tattoo. We saw his penis pointer.
Penis pointer.
no eyes.
No
Ooh.
eyeballs. All right, already dead. Good.
Where'd you get those peepers? Where'd you get those? Where'd you get those? Fade in. Close
Zooming
up.
in on what used to be his eyeball.
Oh, and there's the creeper.
Nice.
And that is Jeepers Creepers.
Wow.
Number 1. And we'll let
And
it
then we're
roll.
gonna play the whole song in its entirety now.
We're going to let it roll through the credits. Let's talk a little bit about the movie now. As we
Okay.
see, it was written and directed by Victor Salva. Scar-face.
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, if we were to give this a score, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, there you see executive producer Francis Ford Coppola.
Okay.
What would you give it? What kind of where would it fall in your scoring system?
Don Fauntleroy. Oh man, I don't. See, I can't usually watch a movie and then right away give a rating. But I'm gonna say for right now as a quick thing, as far as horror movies are concerned, not all movies I've ever seen. I'm just gonna go by horror movies here because they definitely have their own system. I'm gonna say that was a 7. I'll say.
Okay, and then what would you say was like? What did you like? What didn't you like about it?
Well, I liked
Because
how...
you're the one that you said you're the one that we've said has not watched this before.
Yeah, true. I liked how cinematic it was. I guess how they didn't just throw the information right in your face. You know, there was some shots where sort of you had to be paying attention to what was going on in the background. It wasn't all, it wasn't all foreground. There was some subtleties to it, like the thing with the license plate. That was a little thing, but it was kind of neat, just something extra to sort of throw in there. I didn't like the CG at the end was pretty terrible. But I like that they used like prosthesis for a lot of the blood and the like body parts and all that kind of stuff, because nothing kills a movie more than like seeing digital blood fly and seeing like obviously CG limbs and all that kind of crap. So it shows that there was time taken to make it look, I don't want to say real because it obviously doesn't look real, but whatever. There was time taken to make it look authentic, I'll say.
Okay.
And I really like that part of it.
Yeah, but there is a definite advantage when there's practical effects in it.
Yeah.
And you see that. I mean, other than the CGI shot at the end with the creeper flying against the moon, and really when the wings pop out, those are really the two jarring CGI moments.
Yeah.
I'll go a little bit higher. I'll go 7.5 on a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay.
As I said throughout, I never like the exposition scenes when they're given to you in the script, as far as just kind of saying what's happening, rather than finding a way to do it through the characters, finding a way to do it in a natural sense through the characters.
Yeah, not to sort of have... And what I think, sorry to break in on you there, but I think what also kind of made it bad was it's not just like a character that's sort of lived in this town for a long time and knows the legend of what this thing is. This is a person who is apparently psychic, and so that adds a whole level of like, what to it, where it takes away anything where you could feasibly go like, okay, fine, that makes sense. If it's a person that heard the legend as a kid, and every 23 years there's a rash of these crazy killings and stuff, so they kind of put it together just by living there that long. But this is like, no, she had visions of this thing eating people, and that's how she got all of her information.
Right. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the CGI stuff. That's the obvious CGI stuff, and also too, I kind of think I don't really like the scene with the cat lady. I think if you found a way to get them to stop without... There's too much focus on the cat lady in that scene and her eccentricities. As far as...
But that just could have been how the actress decided to play it, too.
Well, but why even write that scene into the film is what I'm saying. Why couldn't you have them maybe stop at an abandoned house or get stopped at like a roadside stop somewhere? And then have it proceed with them running the creeper down and stuff like that without having the whole diversion of, oh, that's my scarecrow, and that kind of thing. And I got all these cats. Don't call the police to come out here because I got these cats.
Together. But I think the whole, or I can imagine the whole point of that scene was at some point somebody said, in the darkness, this thing sort of looks like an old woman. So let's throw a scene in there where it's like it could be mistaken for, is it an old woman or is it the creeper?
Right.
I mean, that seems sort of thin, but that's just... Because when I was watching it, I mean, when it showed the woman and you were even making the comment that, oh, we don't know if it's the woman or the creeper, I think that was like the whole point of that scene was somebody said, oh, it'd be really cool if we had a scene where, you sort of mistake them for one thing and it turns out to be another.
I'll finish up my thought in a minute, but we have this little scene here at the end of the movie. If you watch through the credits, you will now see the sun coming up, and there goes the creeper truck. There's the horn.
Oh, okay.
And he's moving on to his next adventure.
Nice.
I think my problem with the lady is I like that it's sparse in its characters in the film. Really, the only characters in the film are Derry, his sister Trish, the psychic lady, and the creeper. And then you have a couple of the outside characters, but really it's just them four. And I like the feeling of that. But then you bring the cat lady in and you give her the next most amount of time in a scene. And just the way, whether it's how she played it or how Victor Salva asked her to play it, it just feels out of place in the rest of the movie, I think.
Yeah, like it almost seems like that character should have more to do in the movie. Because they're setting her up
or get
so
rid
big.
of her in the movie.
Or get rid of her, But I mean, if they chose to keep her. And then there's like the stuff about the cops don't allow her to have her cats, and like it's almost like giving a backstory to a character that's
only in the film
doesn't need to be in
for
there.
maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think too, I like I just, like I said, I just kind of like that there's only a small amount of characters, and you really get to focus on the brother-sister relationship of Trisha and Derry, and then they're fighting this bad guy, and they have a little bit of outside help, but nobody else really believes them except this lady that's on the outside of them.
Yeah.
And like I said throughout the film as we watched it, I like a lot of the shots Victor Salva uses. I mean, he wrote it, he directed it, he did it the way he wanted to do it. A lot of the shots, the weight. One of my big pet peeves in horror movies is I don't like to see the character. If it's a creepy
thing,
character,
like the full character.
Yeah, I don't want to see it right away. I want you to establish.
Yeah, show
and
little pieces of it.
Yeah, he does build up to it. Like, here's a
Yeah.
piece of it. Here's a piece, and then here's its face, but it's in a distance enough that you can't really see its face, and then he shows it to you up close, and it's creepy then, because by that point we're an hour into the movie. You've seen bits and pieces. Your imagination sort of created. The
Yeah, you're
character
filling in
your
the
head.
blanks. Yeah.
So I would say 7.5. I really like aspects of it. I really dislike aspects of it. But it's a little bit better than average. I would say it's on the high end of an average horror movie at that point.
Yeah. Well, like what you were saying about you don't like to see the whole character, kind of all at once. The movie Cloverfield, J.J. Abrams.
Mm-hmm.
That was sort of that way too, where you would figure it's such an enormous, the monster is such an enormous, like physically enormous, that you would have to see it all. You know what I mean? In
Right.
such a grand scale, you would have to show it all. But he manages to show, just sort of a tail moving by, or a leg, or whatever,
yeah.
just a piece, and then. Which I was fine with, and I thought that was amazing. But then there was near the end, they're in the helicopter and they're flying away, and it sort of jumps up at the helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you see it then better than you've seen it anywhere else in the movie, which I think that's as good as you should have seen it. Was
Right.
where it jumps up at the helicopter.
Yes.
But the one little thing that kind of kills it for me is they're in the tunnel, they come out, and the monster looks down, and the camera's just aiming up, and it's all the monster. Like, you see the face and all that kind of stuff, and then it leans down, and I don't think it should have been in there, because I mean, I know they go through a lot of work to design the monster and come up with all these concepts, and I don't know. I almost don't want to see the whole thing, because I want there to be some sort of question of, you talk about how does it breathe, or how does it do this, how does it do that kind of stuff.
Right.
Which is the cool part of monster movies, is you don't know that. If they don't give you that backstory, you can make it up. You can sort of discuss amongst other monster movie fans the details that aren't actually there. You can kind of make them up. And I
Right.
think that's neat. But if they show too much, that gives away too much.
It's an interesting comparison you make there, because I think the monster reveal here I like better than the one in Cloverfield, solely for the fact that the monster reveal here is still something practical. It's a real person playing the monster. You can tell it's a real actor playing it. And like I said, it's Jonathan Breck, who we'd have to look him up. But in Cloverfield, it's completely a CGI monster, because clearly you're not going to make a monster that big.
Well, yeah.
But here you kind of see bits and pieces of it, but it almost makes it, because it's a real person, it makes it sort of, you're creating a mystery about it. Yes, it's a real person, but it's a real person that's not, it's almost like when you're a little kid and you see your first really tall person for the first time, where you kind of see bits and pieces of them, and you're just kind of you're moving your head up, and the person's just going and going and going until they stop.
Yeah.
That's what you get here with the Creeper, as opposed to a CGI monster like Cloverfield, where you see bits and pieces, but then you see the thing in its full, and it's well, that's clearly something that they created.
Yeah.
And not
I mean,
to say, and which is funny, because I actually like Cloverfield better than I do this movie.
Yeah, so
But I mean, it's just the monster reveal itself. It's more the stuff leading up to the monster reveal in Cloverfield I like better than the stuff leading up to the monster reveal in this, like the Liberty Bell Statue of Liberty head
the Statue
throwing.
of Liberty head.
All right, so I think we can call it a wrap on Jeepers Creepers. We're now about 5
Yep.
minutes past the end of the credits, so you've
Yeah.
probably given up on the credits at this point. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break here. Housekeeping break, we'll call it.
A bio break.
And
if you will.
we will pick up and we will introduce Jeepers Creepers number 2. And we'll watch that, and we'll talk about that as we go through it. So we'll be
right.
back in 1 second of actual time.